in general, I'd say to every entrepreneur, there's hope. Um, the one thing I had a nice chat with someone yesterday, and they asked me how I got like why am I doing what I'm doing, right? Like I'm also an executive coach. I work in the steel industry. I could do a million different things, and I choose to help owners of small businesses. What is that about? So the whole story starts obviously with my grandpa, who was a carpenter in Germany. And when he retired, he was 65. He probably had, I don't know, 30,000 Deutschmarks in the bank. Had worked real hard his whole life. And then he died from cancer 2 years later, which is even more sad. But the whole thing is he worked so hard for what also at the time was, well, more money, kind of, but not enough to get him through his whole retirement, right? And my grandma. And he just never had any tools or help at his disposal. He was just a carpenter and he was great at it. He didn't go to college. He just did what he did with his hands all day, every day, worked Saturdays, Sundays, barely took a week vacation every year to go hike, which he loved to do. Um, and that never changed for him. And I think that's the saddest thing entrepreneurs can do because there's so much more to life. Uh, well, their relationship with their spouse, at some point, kids, further along, grandkids. And there's so many things in life to enjoy um, other than the struggle with running your business. And nobody ever tells you how to run a business, right? That's what I found. I have a bachelor's in business. I have a bachelor's in law. There's people with a master's out there. They can tell you the same thing. You learn a lot about businesses when you go to college. You learn a lot about HR, about finance, about law, about how to write a contract, make it all bulletproof and all that stuff. But nobody ever teaches anyone how to actually run a business. Not even, funny enough, in entrepreneurial classes, right? You get all this big picture knowledge, but nobody comes to you and tells you how to run a business, how to find out if somebody is the right fit for you as far as a person goes, if they're in the right seat, and if they have the capacity to do what they should be doing, how to run a meeting so it starts on time, ends on time, and you actually get something out of it, and you just don't just discuss the heck out of your problems without having any solution for them. And that's what EOS does. And that's what I love most about it. So it's a simple way to get your business on track, to run a better business, and with that, also definitely live a better life. In most cases, if you do it right, the life of your dreams.